Kamangunenyu ale baibai eng olda tugul ole mitei ako atochin eng tetutiet noton nebo Kass Mashinani nebo betutab raini, betut nebo kwoeng kasi tarik 24 arawetab sogol kenyitab 2024 no mitei tuwai eng betutab raini kwane Bernard Tanui ole kitobeni tuguk chebitu eng komoswek cheterter chebo emet ole kinyoru tugul eng yuto bo Kass Mashinani ole mitei komoswek cheterter sirikchok kochobotin koibwech logoiwek ak tuguk chetesetai eng komoswek chemitei icheget. Ko itagat kitoune county nebo Kericho ole kakekoito motion eng county assembly nebo Kericho netokchinigei keisto governor nebo county noto bo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai eng oret nebo impeachment kotinygei ak lelutik cheterter cheboto boisietab rabinik chebo aisurushek chekiyumi eng county nebo Kericho eng oret neya. Kaikoito motion notok eng karonetab raini MCA nebo warditab Sigawet Kiprotich Rogony ole tesetai eng nguni MCAs kong'ololen motion notok eng county assembly. Komite county assembly nebo Kericho sirindenyo Robert Siele kosubi kotinygei ak kit netesetai ole ngebe akoi county assembly nebo Kericho kekas kit netesetai.
With divergent views. A case in point is Mr. Marwa from Londiani, who, while attending an event in Londiani on 4th of March 2024, the governor publicly disparaged, demeaned, and undermined, and even threatened to use the service of the police officer assigned to him to manhandle him. Similarly, on 24th of August 2023, the governor, while commissioning a renal unit and a bulk liquid oxygen plant at Kapkatet Sub-County Hospital, the governor openly vilified, slighted, and berated Honorable Amos Berir, MCA Kapkatet Ward, who had not attended the function, the event, describing him as mentally blind and stupid. And we have the record, Mr. Speaker. Number B. Further, on 15th of August 2023, while addressing a press to counter the findings of the ADO committee of the County Assembly on Londiani accident, the governor spitefully referred to the members of the said ADO committee. That committee was led by the Honorable Moses Rotich of Tendeno. He referred to the committee as the funeral committee, and he repeated the same words. Just to emphasize that indeed it did not even respect this House, Mr. Speaker. Number C, the governor has been operating with impunity as though he is above the law. On the second day of being sworn into office, the governor led a mob to invade a private land owned by one Mr. Josea Kiblangat Kogo within Kericho town and tore down the fence. Remember, this is the second day after swearing in, Mr. Speaker. The governor has since designated the subject land as an illegal dump site operated by the county government without the consent of the registered proprietor, the National Environment Management Authority, that is NEMA approval, gazettement by the county designating the parcel as a dump site, and in total disregard of a court order issued by Environment and Lands Court in Kericho in ELC petition number E001 of 2022. That is Josea Kiblangat Kogo versus County Government of Kericho. The governor has also obstructed the enforcement of the orders by the police administration. The actions are illegal, contemptuous to the authority and the dignity of the court and the rule of law, unethical and demeaning the office of the governor, the office governor holds. Further, as a result of the illegal actions of the governor, the county was condemned to pay the costs. This is wrong, Mr. Speaker. Number D. There are numerous complaints of governors indecent in unnatural sexual behavior by the female partners who accuse the governor, for instance, forcing them to unconsented anal sex, dangerous and unprotected sex, etc. The victim of the abuse seeks anonymity at this stage, and the mover of the motion shall, at the hearing of the motion, seek to have the victim heard in camera to protect the identity and the dignity. Further, for the sake of the concealing her identity, the victim will be identified in a pseudonym. Mr. Speaker, this is real, and which is unfortunate. Number E, the governor has persistently intimidated, molested, harassed county officers who do not sing to his tune, leaving officers jittery and creating an atmosphere of fear, uncertainty, and despondency in the county, and thus creating toxic working environment. This violates the provisions of Section 11 and 13 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Number F, the governor has persistently used divisive and unbecoming language which undermines the office he holds, contrary to Section 8 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012. Number G, the governor has violated Article 75(1) of the Constitution by drawing hefty allowances and salary while failing to diligently report to work, to the huge detriment of the discharge of his mandate as a governor and the performance of his functions. Number H, Mr. Speaker, the acts of the governor enumerated above have collectively brought dishonor and disrepute into the office of the governor in violating Chapter 6 of the Constitution and Leadership and Integrity Act of 2012. Evidence of the governor's engagement in connivance, complicity in the preceding acts of incitement, vilification, and indecent sexual conduct is to be found in Roman number 1, affidavit of Josiah Kiblangat Kogo, sworn on 23rd, in support of the notice. Roman number 2, judgment of the ELC in ELC petition number E001 of 2022, Josiah Kiblangat Kogo versus County Government of Kericho. KCA exhibit number 18, and Roman number 3, video clips numbered KCA V6, KCA V7, and KCA V8. Mr. Speaker, I have affirmed to this motion, Mr. Speaker, and I can, this affirmation understanding order number 74-1, that I, Honorable Kiprotich Rogoñ, being elected a member of County Assembly, representing Sigowet Ward, hereby affirm that, number 1, the particulars of the allegation contained in this motion are true to the behest of my information, knowledge, and belief. Number 2, each member whose name and signature appears in exhibit number 1, which is here, Mr. Speaker, has informed me that he or she has sufficiently verified the particulars of the allegation contained in the motion. And number 3, each member whose name and signature appear in exhibit number 1 has informed me that he or she has sufficiently verified the particulars of the allegation of the motion are true to the best of their information and belief based on their appreciation of the information pertinent to the motion. And number 4, the matters in this affirmation are accurate to the best of my knowledge, belief, save where I have relied on advice or information whose sources are disclosed. Mr. Speaker, I've signed. And the last, Mr. Speaker, I have a sworn affidavit. That is in the matter of the Oaths and Statutory Declaration Act, Chapter 15 of the Laws of Kenya, in the matter, Section 106B of the Evidence Act, Chapter 80 of the Laws of Kenya, and all other laws relating to the admissibility of electronic evidence in the matter of Article 181 of the Constitution 2010 and in the matter of Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, in the matter, the motion for the impeachment of Honorable Eric Kipkoech Mutai, the Governor of Kericho County, affidavit in support of the motion for the removal of Eric Kipkoech Mutai, Governor Kericho County, by impeachment. I, Kiprotich Rogony, an adult of sound mind, residing and working for the gain in the Kericho County of the Republic of Kenya.
You can.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
You can start.
Whose address for the purpose of the dispositions in this affidavit is the care of H&K Law Advocates, K20, Kilaleshwa Gatundu Road, opposite Sosian Villa. Of course, the telephone number is there in the email. Post the address, Mr. Speaker, PO Box 19895-00-100, Nairobi. Make oath and solemnly state as follows. Number one, that I am a member of the County Assembly of Kericho, the Assembly duly elected under the United Democratic Alliance representing the people of Sigawet. Number two, that I have personal knowledge of all the matters set out in this impeachment motion here for the impeachment of Honorable Eric Kipkoech Mutai, the Governor of Kericho, that is the Governor, and hence competent to swear this affidavit. Number three, that I have sufficiently proficient in English, Kiswahili, and Kipsigis languages. Accordingly, I am competent in providing accurate and reliable translations of utterances, writings, and other forms of communication across the English, Kiswahili, and Kipsigis language. Number four, that I have been collecting and collating evidence to support the impeachment motion since the beginning of this year, 2024. This was motivated by the concerns, raised by various residents of County of Kericho over the manner in which the county government was managed under the leadership of Honorable Eric Kipkoech Mutai, and various discreditable acts of the part of the governor. Specifically, I collected and collated all the evidence referred to as KCA Exhibit 1 to KCA Exhibit 18 in the impeachment motion, copies of which are annexed here too, Mr. Speaker, and numbered sequentially. And they are here, Mr. Speaker. I made the transcripts and translations referred to in the impeachment motion, and whose recordings and soft versions are saved by the flash disk herein presented, Mr. Speaker. They are here. I have the flash disk and I don't know what we call this one, the disk for records, Mr. Speaker. And I downloaded from the internet the videos alluded to in the impeachment motion, copies of which are saved in the flash disk and compact disks presented herewith. Number five, that I downloaded the videos using my mobile phone device of IMEI numbers 865 78 00 69 47 22 99 and 865 78 00 69 47 22 81. That is my phone, Mr. Speaker. Number six, that I later transferred the videos from my mobile phone and transferred the same into the flash disk presented herewith using the laptop of MEC HP Elite book serial number D1900220003. Number seven, that I verified the authenticity, accuracy, availability, and downloadability from the World Wide Web of the videos at the time of making the depositions herein. Number 8, that I compute devices alluded to in the preceding paragraphs of this affidavit. That is my mobile phone of MEC OnePlus. I'm the only one having this phone, Mr. Speaker. It is OnePlus 11R. And laptop model HP Elite, book serial number D190022003. Roman number 1, were in good working condition at all times, relevant to the downloading, transfer, and saving of the videos. Roman number 2, were under exclusive access, custody, control, and use of authorized persons at all times, relevant to the downloading, transfer, saving of the videos. And Roman number 3, performed all relevant tasks seamlessly, free from all malware, technical defects, human sabotage, and any other shortcoming that would distort or otherwise affect the accuracy and reliability of electronic evidence embodied in the videos. Number 9, that I urge the County Assembly to treat this affidavit as proper certificate for purposes inter alia of the Evidence Act and all other legal requirements governing the admissibility of the photographic and electronic evidence. Number 10, that I swear this affidavit to confirm that the averments I have made, the videos, transcripts, translations, and copies of documents presented herewith in support of the impeachment motion for the removal of Honorable Eric Koech Mutai, Governor of Kericho County, are accurate and verifiable. Depictions of acts, utterances, publications by the Governor and his privies and cronies. Number 11, that I reiterate all the averments I made in the impeachment motion and verify the same to be true, accurate, to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief. And number 12, Mr. Speaker, that all the depositions in this affidavit are true to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief, save where I have relied on advice whose sources I have disclosed. Mr. Speaker, I only wish to just make a correction for record because it might have serious implications. We have affidavits of 2 former CECs. We used 1. So for purpose of records in this house, we do not have the affidavit of Daniel Kipkori Rop. We only have the affidavit of Eric Koech. So for records, Mr. Speaker, so that I may not misrepresent this
that is in order.
notice. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, you have not the Honorable Protester, so you only mentioned. I can confirm that I have this is, you say that the thing that you refer to should be the compact disc.
The compact disc
and the
flash disc.
And the USB.
That's the flash. Both yes. Documents have the videos, which I have annexed here, Mr. Speaker, as KCA Exhibits 1 to 18.
All right, thank you, the Honorable Protester. Honorable members, as the mover of the motion has given notice of this motion, I confirm to this House that it's true that we have the exhibits as well as the flash discs and the compact disc here with us, which also has gone through the office of the clerk and my office. So, clerk, we proceed with
order number 7, statements.
Okay, honorable members, before that, let me pronounce myself on this matter of the notice of motion by Honorable Kiprotich Ogonyi. As you are all aware of our standing orders, more so standing order number 77, which any state officer mentioned or whose name has been mentioned adversely has a right to be heard, and therefore His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai, will appear before this House on 2nd October 2024. And he is free, of course, to be accompanied by the lawyers so that he can defend himself before this House. So please note, and therefore that means this motion shall be moved and debated to conclusion on the same date of 2nd October 2024. Please be advised. Yes, the leader of majority.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I beg, based on standing order number 34, Mr. Speaker, that I beg to move a motion to adjourn the House to the next week, 2nd October 2024, on Wednesday, Mr. Speaker, to allow various committees enough time to finalize, Mr. Speaker, on their respective sectoral committees and report to the House maybe after that date, Mr. Speaker. And number two, Mr. Speaker, to support the same, Mr. Speaker, you know, tomorrow we are still mourning one of our colleagues in the previous first and second county assemblies, Mr. Speaker, and that the same colleague tomorrow on Wednesday there will be a funeral in his Kipchipchim home, Mr. Speaker, and majority of the members of this House will be attending the same funeral, Mr. Speaker, and that's the reason you will allow, that's the reason to support the adjournment of the House, Mr. Speaker, to the 2nd October of 2024, Mr. Speaker, at 9:30 a.m., Mr. Speaker. And I kindly request that Honorable Albert Kipkoech to second the same motion, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, based on the scope, depth, and length of the reports in all the committees, Mr. Speaker, I second that we adjourn until next week. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, honorable members. I think that one I'll just have to rise and put the question straight. Honorable members, I now rise to put the question, which is that this assembly do adjourn until 2nd October 2024 to deliberate on the matters as raised by the leader of majority. Will as many as are of that similar opinion say aye? Will as many as have contrary opinion say nay? And the ayes have it. Thank you. Honorable members, there being no other order of business, this assembly or this House stands adjourned until 2nd October 2024 at 9:30 a.m.
Ko noto ko ngalalet nekatesetai eng County Assembly nebo Kericho kotinygei ak motion noto tokchinigei keisto Governor nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai eng office kobun oret nebo impeachment kotinygei ak lelutik cheterter. Ole kaikoito motion eng karonetab raini koityi County Assembly MCA nebo Sigowet Kiprotich Rogony ole kayaror lelutik che terter che kamwaitae Governor Mutai cheboto boisiet ne nebo rabinik ak boisiet ne nebo office ak notok ko kakokoito motion notok eng County Assembly ole kosubkei ak notok ko tetat kotetat kongalale anan konyo Governor Mutai County Assembly nebo Kericho eng tarik 2 arawetab 10 kenyini asi koaror anan kowol agobo lelutik chekakimwaitae eng motion notok kaikoito MCA nebo Sigowet Kiprotich Rogony komache keisto Governor Mutai eng boisiet eng oret noton nebo impeachment ole kosubkei ak inendet ko chang lelutik chekamwaita inendet cheboto boisiet ne nebo rabinik ak boisiet ne nebo office eng kwenutab lelutik che terter ak notok ko kamwa speaker nebo County Assembly nebo Kericho kole ititoi taitab County Assembly nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai ne ine ko governor nebo Kericho eng tarik 2 arawetab 10 asi koaror anan kowol agobo lelutik che kakimwaitae inendet ko tesetai anan mite County Assembly nebo Kericho sirindenyo Robert Siele ole kakosub kotinygei ak noto ole ibwech report kotinygei ak noto eng logoiwek chok chemite tai. Ketesetai kebenda kwe county nebo Nandi ole kakomongei seneta nebo county noto bo Nandi Kiprotich Cherargei akomwa kole ikochin kosubet chikilisiet netesetai kotinygei ak kandoinatet neya eng serikalitab Nandi koboto boisiet neya nebo chepkondok koboto noto siretab kiboitinik eng oret neya eng county inoto bo Nandi ole kamwa kole ikochin kosubet kakwautiet noto nebo keisto governor nebo Nandi Stephen Sang eng oret nebo impeachment kosub ak nekokotok kole kokotemene kosuldae boisionik chi komie akotelelchi county nebo Nandi eng oret neititaat ole kong'ololjini ketesioni governor senator Cherargei eng korikab bunge ole kamwa kole nyolu eng Governor Sang koistogei amu kokotok kole kokotemene boisiet ko ngeipchiit ng'alaletab Senator Cherargei.
Aungani mkono wafanyikazi chakokopa kotini ak chebendi County Assembly mutai kupresentani memorandum nenywa eng ng'alek chekikiyochi hujuma. Kit neishangaza neji kokorogan governor wafanyikazi ako inendet mwenyewe nekisire kasi king 2022 kokikur wafanyikazi chebo county koba Kaimosi ako bandab Tapwa ako kokai baronok chebo boisionik ko kinerektosi ko kibikab county nebo Nandi amu bichoto kokisir koboto kamet ak chetupcho ak biik chekityenjin wakati nebo campaign angot biik chebo interview chema appear before the board ko kikikochi baronok ako chang ghost workers ako kit neimei zaidi ko makoi tebi governor arap Sang yekakotar kenyisiek 7 eng kenyeretab governor nyokomwa rani kole mi makosa keng'ololi mami kit nekikwachi county nebo Nandi eng terms chebo boisionik ngo oratunwek mami kerichek mami sipitali beek mamite basari komanyoru lagok ako yain komeche kobutan lagok ak kemeche kemwochi EACC ak DCI ngot ko serious eng kasinwa ko suppose kokosir statement arap Sang governor amu inendet ne governor ingen ile katiba ko chief executive officer ko governor ne suppose kosir statement komwoiwech kole tos ne nekiyaak ing ngalekab lagochu kikisir koboto kamet koboto chetupcho koboto chito nekityenjin tiendo eng campaign ak kikinde angot campaign chichoto koek chief officer nebo education ak kimokonyone office kit nengwani ko ngalechuto ko impeachable offense kokasa amwa eng kamalamu kolimba Tindret alenki katiba ko nepotism ak abuse of office ko ni kokemwa akakekashini ko wananchi chebo county chebo Nandi kemwa kit agenge ne rahisi kele kimeche kende impeachment motion keimpeachen arap Sang akamwa kwa senator nebo Nandi ngotare impeachment MCA satoroktoi Naivasha angoit yebin senate ko kokeng'alal ak senators chechang keimpeacheni arap Sang asubuhi na mapema kwechigei ka asikecheng governor ake nenyokoribe county nebo Nandi amu mami kerchin nekikenyorchine kandoinatenyi keng'ololi kamach kong'et MCAs ko impeachen CC ko biik chemengech kimeche metit kimeche governor amanye keon lagok ak keon CC komeche keon governor ak ameche asom meng'ikab county nebo Nandi ako koshine amut amikab Samoch ngolin Kiptapcha ngolin bo Kemloi Maraba amut koskolen akab Kenduiwo ak olin bo Kamalambuteren ole kwami akoi Nandils inendet akoi nebin kapkwang eng Nandils ko komwa biikab county chebo Nandi kele MCA ko sosom kemeche ko signan impeachment motion keisto governor nebo Nandi ing emetab katiba ing ngalek che tesetai nganoitanet neya nemami maendeleo ako kikoshine ameche asom meng'ikab county nebo Nandi ngoilim ngibunu Kapiyet ward ngibunu Kipkaren ward ngibunu Lelmukwangechek ward ngibunu Nandils ward ngibunu Soba Songo ward ngibunu Chemelil Chemase ward ngibunu Terik ward ngibunu Kemloi Maraba kobuchoi akoi maswek tugul chebo county chebo Nandi ngole Sos ward angoi nin bo Kamoiwa Kaptel ang wards tugul chebo county chebo Nandi ko sosom kokecheng namba nebo MCA asikobirchi chi tugul MCA nenyi kole kosainan impeachment motion keisto county ameche akochi kayamisetab biikab county chebo Nandi nebo kotare kityo ko impeacheni MCAs chebo Nandi governor Kapsabet ko kwachop ground ing olep Nairobi kwaskisan ground ing Senate nebo koitu kityo kechoktoi ak kenamtoi nabo museret nacham amwae no ingen matreni kot kwa kaa amu kokeng'etyo ko biikab county nebo Nandi makoi lechon kiwe Kapsabet County Referral Hospital mami kerichek iwe Setek iwe Kapsengere iwe angot sipitalit nebo governor nebo Kobuchoi nekikotonon akoi ra nemaking'olole angot oratunwek koroboni Nandi o ropta mami maendeleo nekokiro so ameche ale kwa tayari ng'alek chekokamwa ami Nandi atesetai akimiti ale mutai kobendi biikab Nandi County Assembly akemeche kenai kele MCAs chesainani impeachment motion ko kemeche kemwochi MCAs ngomameche koisto arap sang kokotil biikab Nandi kole ite wakati akinde nenywa nekirotyin ko biikab county chebo Nandi ko notok nekameche aimisan ako ngot kotemen MCAs koisto governor ketau collection of signatures kakachi MCAs 14 days koisto arap sang ko ngomaisto kikochi raia kosainan ichegei signature amu kokolecho tayari kokakile kikochi MCAs nafas koredeemenkei ko ngomaredeemenkei kebe kekolektan signatures chebolonjini mwenyewe asikikochi biikab county chebo Nandi kokolektan signatures korekolen arap sang asikobit kenyoru kelchin ko ki county nebo Nandi.
Kotesetai koitun tetutiet noton nebo Kass Mashinani kong'ete Kass TV kongebe komung'et kitigin asikeweke ketestai ak tetutiet noton nebo betutab rani.